we started Specialty Vision because we saw a problem, and the problem is that no matter how great the medical care available is, the technological innovation that's available, if the system isn't allowing that medication, that medical care, that technology to reach the end patient, it doesn't work. It doesn't help anybody. So systemic issues are really what prevents medicine from actually being effective. And so when we set out to create Specialty Vision, what we said is, we see a need, we see a problem. The problem is there's great doctors out there with great specialty services in eye care. Everything from low vision to vision therapy to neurooptometry to specialty contact lenses, myopia management, dry eye. It's awesome what they can do. But they're not really achieving that goal because people aren't aware of that care. And that lack of awareness was something that we felt we could tackle. It wasn't being tackled by other marketing companies because they didn't approach it the way we looked at it, which was to solve an issue in medical care. They're a marketing company. But when you start looking at it as, how can I make medicine more impactful? How can I help people? Then all of a sudden, there's a huge opportunity here to solve a massive issue, and that is specifically through marketing. Let me give you a couple of examples. Everyone knows about eye exams, but very few people know that the higher a child's myopia progresses, so if your prescription goes -1, then a year later it's -1.5, -2, right? Every time it progresses, once it gets to the -4, -5, all of a sudden your risk when you're older of serious vision-threatening conditions like glaucoma, cataracts, retinal detachment increase dramatically. And sometimes even as high as 2,200% in the case of, I believe, retinal detachment. And yet, optometrists that specialize in myopia management have the tools available, the technology available, to make this go away. But people aren't aware of it. Referral sources aren't aware of it. And the same can be for the fact that somewhere around 1 in every 5 children do not develop their vision at the pace needed for them to perform at grade level. There are 11 different skills used in the classroom. 11 different skills, 11 different visual processes. And if one of those is not up to par, that child might not be able to perform in the classroom at their grade level, and it's solvable if they are aware, if the parents are aware, if the teacher's aware, if the other optometrists or the eye doctor's aware, if this person doing the school screening is aware. Then all of a sudden, that's not an issue, because the 20% of kids who are struggling in the class or struggling to read or struggling to do their homework because reading is hard for them, because they have to keep their eyes aligned when they're reading, that goes away. And the same for permanent vision loss. There's an estimated 20 million Americans or more that are affected by vision conditions such as macular degeneration, cataracts, glaucoma, retinitis pigmentosa, Stargardt, and a variety of other conditions, which aren't helped by regular glasses, contact lenses, or surgery. And when they go to their ophthalmologist, the ophthalmologists are overwhelmed because there's a shortage of thousands of ophthalmologists in the US. And therefore, they're getting a couple of minutes, but the ophthalmologist really has to focus on the medical care to prevent that disease from getting worse. Does that ophthalmologist have time to spend time to go over all the various options that can help that patient live a more fulfilling life with the loss of vision to maximize their remaining vision? No. So the message that the patient's getting is there's nothing more that can be done. But what can be done is a whole bunch more, from improving contrast to learning how to work with lighting to different magnification tools, from bioptic telescopes that help to drive. There is so much more that can be done. And yet, once again, the medical care is not reaching the patient, and therefore the solution doesn't help. So what's exciting for me about Specialty Vision is primarily that I believe what we are doing is not creating a marketing company. We're making sure that medicine or medical care can reach the patient, can help people at scale. And that's why we created our product first and foremost with the intention of what needs to be done to solve that, and only then looking back and saying, well, how much is that going to cost us? How much do we need to charge? How can we do that in a way that's palatable for a small eye doctor's office? And that's where we came up with our products. And that's why we don't do websites or do pay-per-click ads like every other marketing company in optometry, because they do that great. We're not solving a problem if we compete with them. What we're solving is when we do things to solve the problem that nobody else is doing. So I hope this helped in understanding why I'm excited about my role. The other thing that excites me is I love specialty optometrists. They're passionate about what they do. Their teams are passionate. They really live a life dedicated to helping their communities, helping their staff, and becoming the best doctor that they can.